Hey guys, in this month's Disney Rewind, we're going to be talking about Bolt, released back in 2008. So, what you need to know about Bolt, in case you've not seen Bolt. Bolt follows a dog named Bolt, who is part of like a very popular TV series, and he's like the star with a little girl named Penny. The thing is though, Bolt doesn't realize he's a dog actor. He thinks that this TV show, he thinks all this is real and that it's reality. So what ends up happening, Bolt ends up running away a bit, getting lost or escaped, or whatever happens to Bolt. He ends up into the real world, and he quickly discovers that the life that he thought he knew is not reality, and he has to learn to fit in to the real world. Something like that. Adapt, yes. Words. I'm trying to find words. So yeah, before we do head into Bolt, because this is one of those Disney cartoons that not many people, I feel like, have watched. It's kind of one of those really underrated cartoons. So we are going to be getting into spoilers with this movie. So if you've not seen this movie and you plan on watching it sometime in the future, because it is on Disney Plus, go check it out. But yeah, come back at a later point if you've not seen the movie. So yeah, we are talking about spoilers. Stephanie, how did you feel about Bolt?
Bolt was a surprisingly good movie.
Yes.
And it's adorable.
Yes.
And it's fun.
Yes.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yes. Yeah, like you just said, it's a surprisingly good movie, and it's very underrated, I feel like.
It's like we're kind of getting back to, like, we're ramping it back up with Disney.
Yeah. With
Bolt being the underdog.
The underdog, no pun intended. No pun intended. Yeah, I wouldn't consider Bolt like one of my all-time favorite Disney movies, obviously, but it's still very, very good, and I definitely recommend it. It's just sweet and adorable, has a great story, and I think like message to it, you know, because I think what the whole movie is about, because it's about Bolt realizing his reality is not his reality, you know, and he thinks he's not special, and he thinks he's not a a powerful super dog in a sense. You know, once he discovers that it's not reality, you know, that facade that he's kind of been putting up quickly just kind of crumbles and deteriorates, and he deteriorates as a part of that. And I think the whole movie is a part of him kind of realizing he doesn't have to have superpowers, you know, that he can be special in his own way. You know, he has his own special abilities. They're just not superpowers, you know? He can have his own unique set of superpowers that are more like, you know, realistic and whatnot for a dog and whatnot. Because, yeah, I think his real superpower is his love that he gives for Penny, you know?
But in the end, he's still a super dog, because he still did stuff.
He still saves Penny at the end.
It all happened by accident. Like, they did a couple things where he thought, oh, I did this in one of my shows, or, well, he didn't know he did it in a show. I did this before, and like, they were swinging off of a bridge or something, but it went wrong, but then it went right. And then, yeah, he still, at the end, when there was the fire, he still saved Penny.
Yeah, he still saved Penny, his love for Penny.
So, yeah, he still in his head was like, I can do this. Yeah, because he loves Penny. So he's still super.
I think the movie just has a nice little message to it, kind of hidden in there, you know, for kids who are like, oh, I'm not special, this and that. But it's like, everybody is special in their own way, and you can have your own superpower, you know. Superpowers don't have to be like, you know, Captain America or Iron Man or Thor, you know. You don't have to have those type of superpowers. Superpowers can be something different. So I think it's like a nice little hidden message in there within the movie with Bolt, if that makes sense. So yeah, what else to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
Well, even the hamster was a superhero at times. He got Bolt out from the cage. He stopped the door from closing. Even though he could have got squished.
He could have got squished.
I can't remember what Mittens did.
Mittens helped in her own way. By giving words of encouragement to Bolt. Because at first she was all like, hey, Bolt, I'm just going to play along with this whole thing. But then she kind of realized, hey, you've never had a normal life as a dog, you know? So I like how she kind of caved and started liking Bolt and was like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to have fun. That everything doesn't have to go life and death and peril, you know. I like Bolt, and Bolt is cute. We kind of been already talking about Bolt a little bit, but I like him. He is so cute. The beginning with little puppy Bolt. That is so adorable.
Though, I'm confused.
What you confused
Was
about?
that, we were kind of discussing it yesterday, was that the adoption of Bolt part of the
Part of the show? Or is that for real?
Because if it's like he's been made to believe that, then it would seem like
He's been made to believe that since he was a puppy.
oh, because then remember she already had the name tag.
Yeah, the name tag
And
that
we
she
were
put around
like-
the collar, the name
She
on the
already
collar.
had
Yeah,
Bolt on there.
yeah. That, yeah. I don't know if we're just reading into that beginning and we're thinking too hard about it, you know? Because yeah, I don't know if that adoption when Penny gets him right there at the beginning from the pet store. Yeah, it's like, is that reality? Is it part of the show? Are we just thinking about it too much? Because yeah, like we just said, if he genuinely believes all this to be true, and if this has kind of been his life, it seems like it would have had to have started immediately from the time he was a puppy, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Once again,
Like they
I don't.
trained him.
Yeah, once again,
Because
I
he's
don't
so
know if we're overthinking it.
He's so good at commands.
Yeah,
As well.
yeah.
So it would have to be that he was kind of trained.
So what we get from Penny, it seems like Penny is a child star. We don't really know how long she's been doing that, but we get the idea she's a child star. And the funny thing is that they got Miley Cyrus to voice the Penny character. It's like real life really coming together there, because Miley Cyrus was a child star at one point, you know, Hannah Montana and whatnot. But I like Penny as a character. I like that she got out of the child acting business at the end. It's like, hey, y'all, you about killed me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I guess her manager, was that supposed to be her manager, I guess?
Yeah.
The way her manager's just treating her, and it's like, girl, get out of there. He just wants
Her
to
mom
profit.
just threw her out.
Yeah.
Threw him out the door.
But I love the Bolt and Penny relationship, because it's like if you have a pet, you can relate to it. As you can see, we have a cat. Come here, Maggie.
Just she doesn't like when we speak.
For some reason, our cat Maggie, she'll pop up back there, as you can see, but we're trying to hold her and she kind of freaks out. She kind of freaks out.
I don't think
Oh,
she
she
likes.
laid down.
I don't think she likes when we're on speaking like
Speaking
It's
on-
like
yeah.
she knows. She knows we're not talking to each other. We're
Talking
speaking
to the
differently.
camera. Is it scary? Is it
camera shy?
Is it camera scary? Are you camera shy, baby? Can you see her? I'm gonna
Fanning herself.
She's fanning herself with her tail. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Penny
Bolt and
getting
Penny.
out of child star.
Yeah.
business.
But yeah, I like that relationship with Bolt and Penny, because if you have a pet, you can relate to that relationship. I tell you what, oh my god, because this was I have only seen Bolt like maybe one time through. So I remember that nothing too dire happens at the end. But still, oh my god, when we had our rewatch, I about started crying.
I told you not to cry.
I about started crying, even though I knew it wasn't going to, you know, no one was going to die. But they sure did do a good job of making you think Bolt and Penny are on their way to the afterlife right there at the end.
Technically, they were in that. That was a big fire.
A big fire.
There was thick smoke, and they were in there for quite a while. And a normal person probably wouldn't have survived that,
Oh my
especially a dog.
Yeah.
Especially and a child, because Bolt is a smaller sized dog. She's a child.
Yeah.
And I don't think technically they would have made it, because that smoke was like.
I'll tell you though, the cartoon does an amazing job of getting you emotionally just ready to bawl your eyes out right there at the end though, because it's like, oh my god, is Disney going to go there? You know, it's like you get that feeling like they're going to go there for once with one of these cartoons.
Yeah, their rating was for real when they said there was action and peril.
Yeah, that's where all the action and peril comes in. Oh my god, because
Yeah,
you're just like, oh my god, what's going to happen? I tell you what though, this is why Penny was able to get out of the acting business, is because she probably got a
big paycheck
paycheck there. Her lawyers, you know, because that was like child endangerment. You know, that fire. the safety hazard, and then everyone left her, and she was up on the rafters hanging from the rig. You know, it's like they all freaking left her.
Technically, you know, that whole thing wasn't realistic anyway, because a child wouldn't even be allowed to do all
any
that.
of that. Yeah, a child wouldn't be able to do those. Wouldn't be allowed to do those stunts anyway. So there's a lot of problems going on. So yeah, her lawyers, Penny and her mama, they got themselves a nice payday there from the settlement, the lawsuit or whatever. Because yeah, child endangerment, putting her on that rig when she shouldn't be on that rig to begin with. There should be a stunt double doing that. Oh yeah, that's why they were able to retire comfortably into the countryside. Mittens. Love Mittens. We have a cat. Or cats. We have cats. So we get Mittens. We get it.
Little pop-balls.
Yeah, she didn't have
I like though
balls.
that she was like tricking, like
The
that.
pigeons.
It's like she was the mafia leader, and this whole time she was pretending she had claws and that she was holding them back so that they would all bring her food.
Yeah, I love
payment
Mittens.
for not getting killed.
Yeah, I love Mittens. She has like this hard, rough exterior, you know, but then she slowly melts and she eases up. Because it's like you kind of get the idea that she was adopted at some point and her claws were taken away and then she was abandoned. And like I mentioned to you, it's like she's Jessie. She's like Jessie from Toy Story because it's like it's identical.
Just doll and a cat.
It's very identical. The story with Jessie from Toy Story and Mittens from this, it's the exact same.
They have
sort
the
of
like
thing.
same breakdown at the same time of being abandoned.
Yeah,
and they can't go back. Jessie can't go back to a home, and Mittens doesn't think she can go back to a home.
And yeah, because Bolt, his whole mission, this whole movie is like, hey, I gotta get back to Penny. Penny's my person. I love her. This and that. And she loves me. And Mittens like, no, it's part of your fake reality. You know, she just thinks it's part of that. So I like kind of her little story that she slowly kind of realizes, hey, I can lighten up and someone can love me again. You know, so I'm glad Mittens got some love at the end. Penny adopted Mittens too. It was great. Rhino the Hamster, probably the MVP of this movie.
Stupid hamster had me dying.
The hamster was great. I loved the humor and the comedy, the just silliness and absurdity with that ball he was rolling in. It was great.
He was a Bolt fanboy.
Yeah, a Bolt fanboy, straight up.
And the thing is, like, you know, Bolt, it took him forever to, like, realize he was in a TV show. But Rhino, it's like he knew him from watching TV.
Yeah.
But he still thinks that Bolt himself is an actual super dog. Because
Did he? Well, yeah,
because he kept going on about like, oh my god, the lasers and the super bark, and he would be like, you know, do this and do that.
Did he?
You know,
I guess maybe I don't know because
that's what it felt like.
I was a little confused with Rhino because they clearly show that he just spends his whole day watching TV.
Because the other hamsters
they had it like he just all day is flipping through the channels watching TV. So I was kind of a little confused with his character. Like, did he know it's all fake and not reality? But like he does meet Bolt, and he is a fanboy of Bolt, and like he just kind of like he just starts role playing. He gets really into the role playing. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I was wondering. Is it not so much that he thought everything was real, but he just got hardcore into the role playing.
Yeah.
You know, because Bolt thought he was, you know, a superhero. You know, Bolt thought that, so it's like, then I thought Rhino was like, oh, he's still in character, I'm going to play along with him too, you know, and then he just gets too far into it, you know, that he starts thinking everything's reality too. You know, I don't know if that was it, that he was role playing. I'm a little confused about it. That's how I was kind of interpreting it, that he was role playing.
Because then too, when he was flipping through the channels, I guess the last clip you watched was the A-Team, according to the credits. Because there was, like, gunfire and stuff, and then he stopped, and he's like, oh, yeah. So he definitely seems like he liked watching action stuff, because then, too, like, when it got to a certain part near the end, he's like, I've been waiting my whole life for this. This is my moment.
To be an action star.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know, if he was role-playing, or if he knows the stuff was on TV, but he also thought it was real.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I guess that's a question to anybody randomly watching this video.
They're a Bolt expert.
If you're a Bolt expert, like, how did you kind of perceive Rhino? Was he hardcore role-playing, or did he genuinely think Bolt was for real, you know? I don't know. It's a little kind of 50-50 with how I feel about it.
You know, like, because, like, when sometimes kids, they think, even though it's on TV, they think it's real.
Yeah, because they don't know better. Yeah, kids don't know better. I mean, that's kind of it for the main characters. I mean, we got, like, Penny's manager, who was an ass. We got her mom. I liked her mom.
I guess she doesn't have a dad.
Yeah, but they never explained if she had a dad.
She had the dad in the show, but they only just ever showed, like, he was never near her at any point.
I liked the pigeons. I love that dichotomy of the pigeons, because there was the East Coast pigeons and the West Coast pigeons, and then even like the middle of the country, because it looks like they retired off into the middle, like somewhere in the middle of Kansas or
something.
Well, no, because that would still be part of the West or East Coast. That would still be part of the East Coast. So I think they went somewhere in the middle, because the accents of those pigeons changed. Because then they didn't know who Bolt was or something. I can't remember. Like, they had no idea. Like,
we don't get TV. We don't watch TV.
Yeah. So I like, because they had the West Coast, East Coast, and then even those pigeons right there at the very end, like, kind of in the middle, like, what? I like the pigeons everywhere. I like the animation for the pigeons.
Yeah, I like it too, because they were just like, their heads were just all
yeah, because real life pigeons, you know, when you're watching birds, like, they're like, you know, they're so jerky and movie, you know, and I like that animation for them, because it's like, that's what pigeons really do. I like the animation. Those cats, the actor cats that were with the one-eyed, green-eyed, whatever he was.
Green-eyed man.
The green-eyed man, the villain in the show. I like the cats. They were great.
It was sad with poor Bolt, like, because it seems like as soon as, you know, as soon as they wrapped up, he gets thrown into his trailer. And he just gets left there, and like, you know, Penny leaves him for the night. Yeah. And then he's like confused, and then he's still on standby, because he's like, he thinks there's a threat out there to her.
A constant threat. Yeah.
But he never like got to go outside.
Yeah.
Except for filming.
Yeah.
But like, they got him in a stuffy trailer.
Yeah. Because that's what Penny was even saying, because she got attached to him, and then that's why she wanted to take him home for the weekend. Like, I want him to have a normal life like a real dog, you know, because he always is on set, and then he goes right back to that trailer, you know.
And that was, well, at the beginning it said 5 years later, so I'm assuming it also meant 5 years later in real life, too, not just TV life. Because they get Bolt as baby, and then and then it was like 5 years later. And I liked the opening credits, because it was our opening credits, but it was also like kind of some credits for the show or something.
So, Stephanie, if you had to rank Bolt on a scale of 1 to 10 Mickey ears, what would you give it?
Well, I gladly enjoyed the movie. I could watch it again. I don't know. I feel like a 9 may be too high, but I enjoyed it. I liked it.
I do too.
I wasn't bored. I don't look like I was bored, but
I guess maybe a 9 for me too. I guess a 9 for me too. It is one of the more watchable Disney movies, like rewatchable. You know, it has a really good story, and it's just really cute and fun. Adventure, good characters. Yeah, it is. It's a really underrated Disney cartoon. That's like, more people need to watch it and appreciate it, because it's really cute. Because we're kind of in that time right now that a lot of people, it's like some of these Disney movies have fallen off the map. You know? Because like Pixar has been doing great here. You know? But like just Disney, a lot of people, it's like, people are like, what movie are you talking about? You know? Because Pixar is kind of, right about this time, has been dominating for years. And then all the movies kind of before Bolt and whatnot, it's like, what? Because like the next movie coming up, one of the next movies is like, for like Disney, not Pixar, like Princess and the Frog, you know, which is insane to think about. And then like Tangled, you know, and it's like we're starting to kind of get back into like the Disney Renaissance Part 2 almost.
Yeah, once Princess and the Frog came out, that's when all of a sudden it started being revived.
Yeah, it's like, like I said,
when now you mention a movie and people are like, oh yeah, I might not have seen it, but
like I said, we're starting, when we do get to Princess and the Frog, which is one of the next ones we're getting to. It's like we're getting to Disney Renaissance Part 2 almost. I don't know if that's what they call it. I think this next phase coming up is called something else, but I'm not quite sure what they call it.
The revival.
The revival, Disney Revival. You know what? It might be called the Disney Revival, Stephanie. Don't joke. It might be called the Disney Revival. Because, yes, I've got Princess the Frog coming up, and Tangled and Frozen. Did we rank it a 9? Mm-hmm. Man, it seems high, but at the same time, it's a very enjoyable movie.
I feel like an 8 is not like what I want to truly give it, because that just, okay, 8's is still a good number, but it just didn't feel right that I enjoyed this, and 8 wasn't what I wanted.
So is that all you want to say about Bolt?
Yeah.
So that's it for our thoughts and feelings on Bolt, you guys. In the comments below, let us know if you've seen Bolt, if you love it, if you hate it. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.